decided we wanted to have a private tour, booking our own hotels and just needed drivers for the journeys between the key sites. After checking the reviews, the Jordanian mappers came out on top, so I contacted them directly. They provided a quotation for everything I needed within minutes. I am glad I chose them as they were excellent. We had 3 drivers, all were great, Asan and Hisham on single journeys and Murad for multiple, and gets the most credit. All spoke very good English and were exceptionally helpful, giving us information and tips along the way to help us get the most out of our stay, as well as having a great sense of humor. We were able to travel easily in comfort from Amman to Petra to Wadi Rum to Aqaba to the Dead Sea, with multiple stops for sites of interest on the way, plus the transfer to the airport. They are completely reliable and helped us out on occasions when needed. It's like having someone local and friendly to turn to if/when you may need help or guidance. Also want to mention that Jordan is a great place with so much to see, that made us feel safe, and the people are wonderful. Don't hold back because of conflicts in neighboring countries. Make the most of the dip in travelers to see Petra, Wadi Rum etc. before the crowds return. It's worth it. We hired Hisham through Aisha Memories, the lovely Bedouin camp in Wadi Rum. Immigration was a snap. He picked us up in a lovely SUV with Wi-Fi connectivity, drove us to the camp. Picked us up, took us to Petra, set us up with Mamoun, best guide I've had anywhere in the world. Brilliant, fascinating guy. Then had a lovely dinner at a local spot in Petra. Then somehow found ourselves at a super cool truck stop on the way back to the camp, where we hung out with the owner and had some laughs. Truly a life experience. Then booked me a fantastic scuba dive in Aqaba, and delivered us back to the border, where again, immigration was easy. Back to Israel. I cannot say enough about these guys. Super professional, kind and trustworthy, and just want you to have an epic time. Cannot say enough, and we are going back to Jordan. We love the country and the people and the history and scenery. Just out of this world. Traveling in Jordan, from the southern border, crossing the desert of the Valley of the Moon Wadi Rum, entering in the lost city of Petra, then walking through the streets of its capital Amman, and finally on a journey towards the Dead Sea, was only possible with guides and specialized drivers, whose responsibility, knowledge, punctuality and professional work made our journey in Jordan a beautiful and incomparable experience. A trip to remember without a doubt. We highly recommend this transportation services for their professionalism. Consuelo Chavez, Ecuador. We had 2 drivers for our trip to Jordan, Ali and Hisham. Both were fantastic and made our trip so much easier. They were always on time, answered any questions we had, and always gave us advice on how to make our time more memorable. We were a group of 4 women traveling to Jordan, and we couldn't have felt any safer. It was an amazing trip and made even better by the hospitality of the Jordanian people, especially Ali and Hisham. I will most definitely go back to Jordan, and I would highly recommend the Jordanian mappers. I was traveling from Aqaba to Amman with stops in Wadi Rum and Petra. If you want to travel flexible, uncomplicated and at your own pace, I can highly recommend traveling with this company. My driver Hisham was really nice and provided way more than what you'd expect of a normal driver. He had Wi-Fi in his car, stopped at some cool spots like a Bedouin cave or a castle along the way, and even got up early with me to see the sunrise in the mountains of Wadi Rum.